Hello there, it is me, Tarman, and welcome back. Today we're going to be weathering a Warhound Titan. This is not my first Warhound Titan that I have done. I've actually done quite a few of them, and yes, I didn't make a video of me painting this one, so it's really just going to be me weathering this little bad boy. So let's hop into it. So you may be asking yourself, what exactly are we weathering today? And, well, we're weathering a Warhound Titan today. So the first thing we're going to be doing, we're going to be slapping a dark wash all over this bad boy. I didn't really go over the painting of him. This is for sale. That is my end goal with this guy. I do believe this is a Trader Titan Legion. Me and a buddy of mine sat around and he picked this paint job for the Titan. And I'm just painting it up and he's just probably going to sell it. More details probably later if you're interested in this, but first thing to do, we are going to weather this bad boy. And we're going to be using really any dark wash. Yeah, I'm going to have to mix up some stuff. I'm just going to be aiming more towards browns and blacks just to get it, and the whole idea is to literally cover this entire model up. So let's do that. And there we are. So now he's a little bit more worn, not as neat right now. So the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna hop over to chipping. So I'm gonna grab a sponge and I'm going to be taking some silver and just blotting it over in some areas and adding chipping effects to him. So let's do that. The silver I'm gonna be using for chipping will be that bad boy. Alrighty, so now we got all that nice silvery chipping on. Now we're going to add in another paint chip, which we're going to do an orange for the red and a purple or a dark purple for the purple. Because I don't really want the purple to, I know you're supposed to do from a chip, it's supposed to be brighter than, but I don't really want to do it that brighter than this purple, so I have like a darker purple. And the two colors we're going to be using, this I'm going to be using for the purple, and for the red, I'm going to be using this. Let's do it. And there we are. Ooh, head's not glued on yet, but you can kind of see it on the purple. It's very light. It's not supposed to be super crazy. Obviously, the main body is going to be a bit more banged up, you know, from debris flying through the air. I mean, they do shoot crazy things at each other. So the next thing we're going to be doing, we're going to be adding some rust streaks into it on just some of them. And we're just going to be using this. Okay, so there we are. Now we have some little rust streaks and scratches all over this Warhound. Now we're going to do something to make the gold trim pop up. I'm going to take a really old brush and kind of dry brush this over it, just to make it pop a little bit more. You can kind of see it a little bit on his head. So that's what we're going to do next. And then we're going to hop over to the base and weathering with dirt. And there we are. See how it just pops just a little bit more? But yeah, now the next thing to do really is the base. Oh wait, no, not yet. We're gonna add some like engine grime and grease to the joints and stuff. And what we're gonna be using is engine oil. Ta-da! Now we got some grease and engine oil all over those nice little joints. You don't really have to focus on that because it's just going to get covered up by a plate. Now the next thing to do really is to glue all the armor on and hop onto the base. And really what I'm going to do for the base is I'm going to put glue on it and then dirt, just regular plain old dirt. It's a little big, so I can't really film it that well. So next time you see it, it'll have the armor on and dirt on the bottom, and then we'll go into weathering the dirt. Do it. And there we are. Body's not on there, but see the legs are. And I got all that nice little dirt, and I went ahead and put some little tufts of grass in there, but we need to match it kind of to blend them in a little bit better. And we're going to add these to the dirt as well. I have this pigment powder. It's a little bit brighter. This is it. And I have this darker pigment powder that I have. This is a darker one. And we're just going to put it down near the bottom of the feet because that's where all the dirt would collect onto there. So let's hop into it. Okay, now that we have that, now we're going to move on to a lighter pigment. We're just going to be using this to show a little bit of a difference there. Ta-da! As easy as that. Now he's kind of blended in to his base. So that's pretty much it for the weathering. So yeah. Well, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I definitely love and really do enjoy weathering these giant robots and mechs and stuff. I think it's fun, especially with the Titans, because they're supposed to be like thousands of years old. So they're just maintained and patched up and made to running order, and I always enjoy weathering them. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you are interested in purchasing this, I will have a link in the description of where it will be. Yeah, because I don't plan on keeping this guy. I just made it for fun and want to get rid of him. But it was a fun little collab. A buddy of mine at work, he picked the paint scheme and I just put it together and painted it. So yeah, on to the montage.